What is going on, YouTube? So I wanted to come back today with really my overall week 4 recap of the college football season. There's just so much that's happened so far. Well, I wouldn't say so far, but it just happened last week that I wanted to cover the 10 biggest things. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So first one, Wisconsin beats Michigan State 30-6. Wisconsin looks good. There's no doubt about it. They've shut down LSU and Michigan State, and this upcoming week they have Michigan. So, you know what? They've had 2 chances to prove themselves, and they passed the first 2 tests. They have one of the toughest schedules in the nation, and now their biggest test so far this season is coming up this weekend. Florida State responds. You know what? They played a very good game against South Florida. South Florida team that's a very good team. One thing though, their defense does not look good. That Derwin James injury hurts them a lot, I think. It's something to pay attention to moving forward. Ole Miss dominates UGA, finally plays a complete game, exposes Georgia for kind of the weak team they looked like the last 2 weeks before that game. Virginia Tech is a team to watch out for, I think. Ever since the Tennessee game, they've looked very good in absolute dominations of 2 at least respectable teams in Boston College and East Carolina. Michigan dominates again in a 49-10 win over Penn State. Again, just another dominant performance by Michigan. And like I mentioned earlier, they head into a big game with Wisconsin this weekend to prove themselves as, again, one of the top teams in the Big Ten this year. The conference that actually looks like it's the best in the country this year, even though the ACC, Big Ten, and SEC all have respectable teams at the top. Tennessee passes their second big test of the year, and I think solidifies themselves as a top 10, if not a top 12, if not a top 10 team, a top 10 team in my mind. Les Miles is gone, man. That's crazy. I might make an entire video for that itself tomorrow. It's just... as an OSU fan, you know, I wasn't an OSU fan when he left Oklahoma State. That was also when I was younger, like 7 years old, 8 maybe. You know, he's brought LSU a national championship. He almost brought them 2. But you know what? LSU struggled the last couple of years, and I guess they figured it was time for him to go. And after that 18-13 loss to Auburn this weekend. Louisville is for real. Up to this point, there's no doubt about that, man. They dominated Marshall this last weekend, like I said they were going to. Lamar Jackson is a runaway Heisman candidate right now, but they have the hardest game yet. Well, maybe. In my opinion, what will be the hardest game yet in Clemson this weekend? Clemson's actually the favorite, man. That's hard to believe. That's really hard to believe. But anyway. I said Louisville is for real, and so is Texas A&M so far. I mean, they dominated Arkansas. Granted, I think Arkansas was a little bit overrated because I don't think TCU was that good, and that's the reason why Arkansas was rated so high. But this is still an Arkansas team that only beat Louisiana Tech by 1. Washington might be overhyped. I wouldn't doubt that. They are a team right now that is not coming off a strong performance against Arizona, but Arizona does have a tendency to upset teams when they're kind of like a middle-tier team. So, you know, we'll pay attention this weekend. Again, Washington plays Stanford, so that's a big game. A few other things. Me personally, Oklahoma State loses to Baylor in a very disappointing performance. Arizona State looks good in a big game against Cal. West Virginia looks very good in a big game, or looks at least, I wouldn't say very good, but good in a game against BYU. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. Alabama dominates Kent State, but that's not that big. Clemson, Georgia Tech. Clemson looked very good, looked the best they have this season. But anyway, like I said, I will come back with my college football top 25 rankings after this, but that's pretty much it. See ya.